West Coast guy. Why don't you start? Go ahead. Tell me what you think about Jimmy Clausen.
Jimmy Clausen comes from a quarterback family history. He, and living out here now for 10 years, Mike, 10 years I've been here. Quarterbacks are treated like high school quarterbacks are still treated like gods that are untouchable. And if they throw the football, that they're the best player in the country. Their fathers are still like that. Their handlers are still like that.
Jimmy's dad wasn't a bad guy, though. Jimmy's dad wasn't a bad guy.
No, not a bad guy. Casey Clausen is one of the nicest people. Rick Clausen, his brother, one of the greatest people.
Jimmy was a nice kid too.
Jimmy, nice kid. Not physically all that great, He was called the LeBron James of high school football. I don't understand that really, but that just becomes the hype machine that is Southern California quarterbacks, and he got caught up in it pretty good. I think you probably remember his recruitment more. I didn't live out here when he was being recruited.
Yeah.
And for him to go to Notre Dame was interesting because a lot of kids here don't want to go play in the cold. They don't want to go play in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a surprising move for him to do.
Well, it was pretty well known because Charlie Weiss was the guy at the time, and Charlie Weiss turned down Mitch Mustaine the year before. Mitch Mustaine had committed to Arkansas, then decommitted, wanted to go to Notre Dame, and he told Mitch Mustaine no because I'm getting Jimmy Clausen. So Mitch Mustaine ended up committing back to Arkansas, then transferred to USC. It was a big bust failure, but it was kind of known, and he did it. Obviously had the Hall of Fame, which was at the time on the campus of Notre Dame. He did it with a limo. He did it with all his state championship rings. This was all orchestrated by Charlie Weiss and his staff to make a big, splash with the announcement. And it backfired on Clausen. Everybody thought he was an absolute jerk, egomaniac, which he really wasn't.
No.
And from day one, he got that moniker. The kid at Notre Dame was sacked a billion times running for his life. The offensive line stunk, and he still put up good numbers. And he had a solid career, but it wasn't, the hype was just so much. And he was an older kid. He was like a 20-year-old senior, and more mature and sort of trained as a quarterback from a young age.